So here we go. PBA Sabado nights now underway. Ang mga nakaasul na San Mig Coffee ang unang kukuha ng possession dito. Jason, napaka-interesanting matchup dito. Yung magiging bakbakan, yung backcourt na magkabilang kupunan.
I think all across the table, when you look at both teams, these are one of the two deeper teams in the league. Kaya magiging interesting. That's lahat ng mga matchup na makikita natin dito.
Etong Petron Blaze Boosters, after dropping their opening assignment kontra sa Meralco, has picked up 3 wins in a row. At ang maganda doon is Jumar Fajardo draws first blood. Yung mga panalo nila, Jason, paganda ng paganda, palupit ng palupit yung kanilang nagiging performance.
Palaki ng palaki lamang nila dito mga kalaban nila. Talking of Petron, and right there, first basket, Jumar Fajardo, you can see Petron, you know, they really have a lot of weapons on their side and lots of ways to beat you as well.
James Yap struggled in his first 2 games in the Governor's Cup. Broke out his funk last time around. Minti sa kanyang unang tira. Ito na yung pangalawa. Pasok yan!
Can't give him too many opportunities. Speaking about James Yap, yes, sinabi mo nga, he struggled in his first 2 games, but now he has found his form. Coming from the last game, tapos ito, libre, open look for himself.
Elijah Millsap, one of the most impressive imports of the batch, gets those 3 points right away. Abante na naman dalawa ang Petron.
Yeah, you're right. He's one of the more impressive ones. But when you look at the lineup of imports that we've had this conference, if not all, lahat sila talagang magagaling yung nakuha nating batch ng mga imports ngayon.
Kita mo naman, itong Petron is playing their 5th game. San Mig Coffee nasa 4th game. Pero andito na tayo sa stage ito. Wala pa nagkakapalitan sa ganda ng crop ng imports natin.
I think maximum na talaga yung dalawa na magpapalit.
Meron kang clue kung sino.
I mean, if ever there was going to be a maximum na dalawa na yun. Given the fact that we're almost halfway done, we're reaching the halfway point of the tournament already. Baka yung iba, baka gumambol pa.
Millsap is blocked on the floor by Fajardo, Cabagnot, Tubid, and Santos. Naiwan. Itong si Millsap kay Blakely. Vigorous with a reverse, and we are tied at 5.
We've seen some crazy crossovers mula kahapon hanggang ngayon, and yung mga crossovers na yun really shaking down yung mga defenders.
Tubid sa loob, gliding in the air for those 2 points. Beautiful basketball being displayed by both sides so far. San Mig, ang 5 nila has Alex Malyari. Si Pingris na nabanggit na natin. Nandiyan Justin Devance, si Blakely at si James Yap. Millsap gambling. Blakely taking it to the rack. Humihingi ng offensive foul itong Petron, pero 2 shots parating para kay Marcus Blakely.
See this crossover right here. Also, you got to credit also the floor there. Seems like Nagtatulasan. But look at Mark Pingris. At that size, still the athletic ability to take it to the other side.
Blakely, his free throw shooting has been the focus in the first assignments sa kampanya netong San Mig Coffee. He improved somewhat in their last game, pero malayo pa rin sa mga dinedesire mo from an import when he goes 2 for 2 right here, right now.
You know, people are going to look at that because that's the only weak spot of his game at the moment. Everything else has to be top-notch and one of the best in the league.
Ka-average ka ba naman ng 20-20? Those blocks by Pinoy Sakuragi. Happy ka naman kagad yung naging magkakampi sa Gilas, Pilipinas.
This is what Mark Pingris brings to the table. The energy, the hustle, and of course right there, the presence underneath. Kahit na mas maliit siya, nasasabayan niya yung malalaki.
Millsap slicing through, no go. Malyari for the board. Forward pass over to Blakely. Marcus out to James. Here's another 3.
Pretty easy basketball para dito sa San Mig Coffee. What they're doing right now is they're pushing the ball early, and when they push the ball early, at least that doesn't give the chance for Petron's defense to set up. Credit the point guard, credit as well for Blakely dahil tinutulak nila yung bola na maaga.
Cabagnot looking for Tubid. Dadali niya sa kabilang dulo yung bola. Now it's up to Arwin Santos. 5 seconds on the shot clock para sa Petron. Tubid's in trouble. Taken away now by James. Forward to Blakely. Tomahawk is good para sa San Mig Coffee, forcing Petron into this early timeout. Higit 8 minuto pa natitira sa ating opening frame. 5 kaagad ang abante ng San Mig Coffee Mixers after this throwdown.
saying that when Mark Fingers came in, it gave them a huge lift. Not only on the offensive side, more importantly on the defensive side. Katulong ni Blake Lee na anchor doon sa depensa.
Mark Fingers talagang tinutuloy yung kanyang naging performance sa Gilas, Pilipinas as Arwin Santos pulls the trigger. He's been having a miserable time from deep dito sa Governor's Cup. He's only hit one of those deep ones so far in the tournament. Devance looking to show him how it's done. Di ubra, Santos para sa rebound. Cabagnot waiting for that Fajardo pick. Alex over to the left side. Blocking foul whistle there. Ikalawang personal foul para dito si Joe Devance. Cabagnot fakes off Malyari, goes to Santos sa kabilang kanto, susubok. Sobra pa rin yung kanyang tira doon. Arwin Santos now 1 of 13 from the 3-point line dito sa ikatlong komperensya ng inyong PBA. Blakely with 10 to work with, 5 minutes having gone by in this matchup. Yap over to Blakely, somebody's got to put it up. Foul whistled on Fajardo.
Even if Junmar Fajardo, he played for Gilas, he still needs a lot of maturity. You can see right there in that play. You can say it's almost a cheap foul dahil siya yung bumangga dito kay Blakely. He could have stayed there in the middle, just used his size, taas yung kamay. But what happens is he gives up that foul, becomes his second personal, pupunta tuloy siya sa bench.
Doug Kramer now in the game for the first time para sa Petron. Malyari to Devance looking to touch it over to Ping. 4 na segundo sa kanilang shot clock. Devance forced to put it up. Couldn't bail them out. Ball is loose. Kramer tracks it down. Lassiter picking up speed. Bumping into James. Gets it out to Kramer. Elijah Millsap trying to decide what to do. He runs into traffic. Arwin!
It's just athletic ability on the part of Arwin Santos. Di mo alam kung saan niya kukunin. The long arms as well as the leaping ability had the defense guessing kung saan niya kukunin.
So si Arwin Santos, when he doesn't settle for the 3, very efficient as Devance gets that reverse in return. 63% shooting yan pagka hindi sa 3 tumitira si Arwin Santos.
And you almost feel he's bailing out his defender when he's pinned and shooting that 3-point shot.
Cabagnot kontra Malyari. They go to Millsap. He launches a 3. Pangalawa na yan.
I think that's Joe Devance. Joe Devance cannot help a little bit too much there dahil kailangan arm's length away siya dito kay Elijah Millsap because Millsap is gonna make and take that shot.
Malyari couldn't get rid of Cabagnot. Pingris, hindi sila nagkaintindihan doon ni Blakely. Shot clock actually didn't go off.
Yeah, it seems like
Malyari was trying to beat the shot clock pero hindi na tumunog yung buzzer pero
because the shot clock actually reset already nung pinasa ni Pingris yung bola.
Dahil nag-iba na yung possession, ano?
No, because it actually hit the ring when he passed it.
Millsap in trouble. Blakely pinukul papunta kay James. It's a foot race with Millsap. James trying to get it over to Rivas. Cabagnot has it taken away by Malyari. Rivas gets that layup.
Too many turnovers. Actually, too many turnovers on the part of Petron. Can't allow San Mig Coffee to get those turnovers. Dahil kita natin San Mig Coffee pa nagka-turnover. Blakely, one of those guys at tatakbo and that's where they got a lot of points. Number 1 in the league when it comes to turnover points.
Blakely contra Santos. They get it over to Rivas. Back to Blakely. Takes the contact. Puts it up.
Marcus Blakely able to hurt itong Petron in many ways so far. This one, he wants to hurt them the 3-point way.
As PJ Simon checks in para kay James Yap. Chris Lutz pumasok na rin. Kasama pa itong si Chico Lanete to replace the backcourt para naman sa Petron. 3-point play completed. San Mig Coffee lead now up to 7 points. Lutz down to gutter. The defense is fouled.
That's miscommunication on the part of San Miguel Coffee. You gotta be able to locate your man a little bit early. Nahuli doon si PJ Simon. That's why Chris Lutz was able to get a running start.
Referee Rivas whistled for that personal foul, yung last line of defense na tinaga niya. Kaya 2 shots parating para dito kay Chris Lutz. Pasok yung una as we take a look at this Kawasaki rousing fast break. Starting dito, none other than Marcus Blakely. Yap took it away early on. Marcus Blakely makes him pay. Brought to you by Rouser 135 by Kawasaki. Rouse the rider in you. Blakely forced to get it across. Pingris ngayon may tangan ng bola. Kramer sagging off. They go to Rivas. Pasa niya medyo behind pero nandito si Malyari to salvage it. Taken away by Millsap. Millsap against Blakely. Ay.
Did the right thing there. Actually leaped a little early. Tapos diniretso niya yung katawan niya kay Blakely. Blakely, the shot blocker, couldn't get off. Able to get the 2 points.
Chase down sana. Nagulangan siya, no? As Alain Maliksi enters the contest, masama pa itong si Baroka. Pahinga muna si Malyari and Ping.
And you look at what Millsap does here. Dumiretso siya, yung katawan niya. He let his body cut across the lane there. Hindi makahabol ngayon at makatalon nitong si Marcus Blakely.
PJ Simon off the catch. Kramer for the board. Lutz on the move. Sasalubungin nito ni PJ Simon. Kramer sliding. Kramer with the 2 points. Lutz and Kramer connecting para dito sa Petron. Sabi ng iba, parang magkapatid lang ang peg neto. Subsequence na yun, pinakita nila, kilalang kalala nila ang mag-isa't isa. 6 unanswered points galing dito sa Petron Blaze has forced etong San Miguel to a timeout, but they turn it over right away. Jeffrey Rivas though recovers with a huge block.
But that's just a poor inbound on the part of San Miguel Coffee. Coach Tim Cole wanted that timeout to stop the momentum. Ang nangyari, binalik pa nila yung bola dito sa Petron.
Millsap contra Blakely. Goes down low to Kramer. Looking to carve out some space. Asking for the foul. Ball will remain with Petron. Lanete maglalabas. Tanakaw papunta kay Kramer. Gets the basket. May kasama pang foul.
This unit of Petron Blaze right now is simply taking advantage of miscommunication on defense of the unit of San Miguel Coffee. This is not the first time that this unit of San Miguel Coffee has missed an assignment. Doug Kramer taking full advantage.
Kramer couldn't complete the 3-point play, but Millsap keeps the possession alive para dito sa mga nakaputi. Last hit third to Kramer na naman. Not that time around. Uy, Lanete right there.
You know, and turnovers galore para dito sa San Miguel Coffee.
Lanete with a pull-up. Diubra. Baroka steps on the gas. Drops it off papunta kay Rivas. San Miguel reset this attack with only 10 seconds to shoot. Maliksi flashes, Baroka pops out, 3 to shoot para sa mga naka-asul. They get it to Rivas for the leaner. Airball ang resulta.
Defense of Petron definitely stepping it up here in the latter part of this first quarter.
Millsap biglang nanlaki mata because he saw itong si Maliksi was on his back heel. He picks up the personal on the lane. Second yan para kay Maliksi. 2 shots para dito kay Millsap. Mapapanood na din ang PBA sa pinakabagong channel sa Pay TV, Hyper ang tawag dyan. Please check with your local cable operators for availability. Another interesting subplot dito sa matchup na to, Jason. Olsen Racela, who used to coach Petron Blaze, is now one of the assistants dito sa San Mig. How big a part is that going to play?
You know, that on the part of Coach Olsen, you know, he knows a lot of the players there. He knows a lot of the sets that are being run. But now, this is not a league that has 100 teams to begin with. You know, other coaches know what other teams want to run anyways.
Petron still up by 1, 2-minute warning of the first quarter. Kramer overshoots. Looking at the officials, Blakely looking to make him pay. Backdoor cut by PJ!
That's a really tight pass, and that's just a good pass on the part of Marcus Blakely. And PJ Simon with enough concentration na hindi siya nawala kahit na ilang kamay ang dinaanan ng bola na yon.
Lanete breaking down. Ito si Baroka pero nandoon si Blakely to send it back. What help being shown here by Marcus Blakely. Lassiter bodying up on the San Miguel Import. Blakely using his footwork, looking for Rivas. Blakely picks it right back up. Puts it off the rim. Rivas is there to clean it up.
Offensive rebound that time. Ginamit ng Petron, or rather ng San Mig Coffee. Only the first 2 offensive rebounds actually in that play na yun.
Lassiter fouled by PJ Simon. Take another look at that last sequence. You know what a pass, ano? Yun yung passing, yung kanina before this block, yun yung pinapasa mo doon sa lugar, wala pa yung tao, with the complete confidence na dadating din yung kakampi mo.
That's just real, knowing each other. Remember, this is in the first tour of duty of Marcus Blakely with this team, and kaya naman, may knowledge na siya kung ano yung mga gustong gawin ng kanyang mga kampi.
As Yancy De Ocampo enters the contest for the first time, papalitan si Rafi Rivas. Pingris nandiyan na rin para naman kay Blakely. Under a minute remaining sa quarter number 1. It is San Mig Coffee by 2 points, 25-23. High-scoring first quarter so far, Jason. Does this favor any of these teams or okay lang yan?
Well, actually, both teams like to score. Didn't like to run so much, but because Marcus Blakely pushes the ball so hard, it makes them a hard scoring team on the run as well. 2 for 1 there para dito sa Petron, ginawa ni Elijah Millsap.
PJ contra Lutz, bounces it over to Del Campo. He anchors the triangle, handoff pabalik kay Simon. Lutz giving Simon fits here, but is called for the reach and foul.
In more ways that won that foul of Chris Lutz because they went for a 2 for 1, and now since they fouled, nawala yung opportunity para sa 2 for 1 para dito sa Petron Blaze.
Alexi waiting for the motion to get it out to Baroka. Ito na nga, San Mig looking to hold for the last possible attempt. Slapped out of bounds with 9.3 remaining. Maliksi with 6 to shoot. Couldn't get rid of Lassiter. Maliksi off the twirl. No go. Junmar Fajardo clears the board, and that'll do it. Para sa unang 12 minuto ng aksyon, ang San Mig Coffee ang magbabaon ng 4 na puntos sa kalamangan after James Yap buried this 3 and San Mig Coffee got off and running. Pero si Millsap di naman pumayag na masyadong magpalayo. 27-23 na sa ating talaan. 2 is good.
Good set there run by Petron Blaze, going from one side of the court all the way to the other to get a good open look.
De Ocampo kontra dito kay Jumar. Now he faces up on him. Sabay ginamit yung back to the basket moves niya. Overshoots though. Tawagnot pushes it out to Lutz. Bitin lang yung 3-point attempt na yun.
He's not taking a lot of 3-point shots this conference. Speaking of Chris Lutz, and I believe he has yet to make one as well. About 0 out of 4, make that 0 out of 5 right now. So 0 out of 3.
De Ocampo has 4 to work with. Is he even aware? YDO fading away over Fajardo.
Break glass in case of emergency ang nangyari doon.
Big bailout galing dito kay Yancy. Keeps the San Mig lead at 4. Cabagnot over to Lassiter. Simon in front of him. Lassiter pulls the trigger. Overshoots the mark. Baroka didiskarte sa kabilang dulo. Baroka putting on a variety of moves. Kicks it over to the corner. PJ. No. Rebound Cabagnot. Out to Lutz. Pero nandiyan dyan na kagad ang depensa ng Mixers. Nice two-man game. Bitin lang yung layup. Baroka is fouled by Cabagnot.
That's something that Junmar would want to get back, because you gotta go up strong. No matter if you're 6'9" or 5'9", you have to go up strong, and you can't take anything for granted.
Yancy looking for Baroka. Slapped away by Cabagnot. San Mig will inbound from the baseline. Pero bago yan, babalik muna si Elijah Millsap. Maliksi. 14-footer doesn't work. Agawan pa sa rebound. Fajardo na naig.
So many good rebounders on the Petron side. You have Junmar, you have Arwin, you have Doug Kramer.
Lutz down the shot of the defense. It's flipped.
Number 95, Yazzie Humble, Spurs. First team foul for the San Diego Mixers.
Chris Lutz troops to the line for 2 shots. Shooting 78% from that area.
It's been a very quiet conference para kay Chris Lutz. We mentioned that he hasn't made a three. Hasn't really taken a lot of threes. But the one thing that I'm very surprised about is that he averages only 1 rebound a game. And usually Chris Lutz, one of those guys that will do a lot of things for you on your team. Will play good defense, will share the basketball, and also get rebounds.
The scoring niya bagsak, just over 4 points per contest as we take a look at the shooting so far. Cabagnot over to Lutz. Goes glass, those 2 points. Coach Tim Cone has seen enough.
Just mentioned Chris Lutz earlier that he only averages 4 points. He's already got 6, and of those 6 points, 4 have come in this quarter. And that's the thing para dito sa Petron. You know that they're a deep team. The only question is, can they get it together? And so far they've had in the first 2.5 of this second quarter.
Tabla na naman ang ating labanan sa 29. As we take a look at this Photon strong drive. Millsap on the move. Ito yung kanina, no? Protecting that leather, brought to you by Photon. Empower your business. The Petron Blaze Boosters looking to make it 4 in a row para sa kanilang kampanya dito sa Governor's Cup. Samantala, etong San Mig Coffee looking to get to 500. They dropped their first 2 assignments. Nanalo nung nakaraan. Nahanap nila maging 2 dito as James misses on the flip shot. Arwin gets it out to Millsap. Elijah. Fishing expedition sa pagkakataon na yun.
Look at both teams. After a rebound, takbo na sila kaagad. Really puts pressure on the transition defense of their opponents.
Millsap gets Petron back the lead. 11 puntos na para dito sa import ng Petron. Make that a dozen. Still over 8 minutes remaining sa ating first half. Maliksi looking for Yap. Lutz all over James. They have to swing it the other way. Blakely sa poste kontra kay Millsap. Blakely gustong gamitin yung kanyang katawan. Tutulong si Fajardo. Nakakuyog siya. Ball will go to Petron.
Excellent scouting on the defense of Petron. They were just loading one side of Marcus Blakely. Marcus Blakely did not have enough time to think about spinning back.
Coach G, hindi naman talaga nagpapahuli din sa palaging magpapasalamat sa kanyang coaching staff as Pingris gets his second block on Fajardo. This time around, he picks up a foul. Parang check ni Ping, ano? Si Junmar. Kuya-kuya ni Junmar to si Ping. Actually, may rivalry pang nabuo dyan sa dalawang yan, ha? Sa Dota.
Sa Dota, sabi ko na nga ba eh. But you can see that next time around, Junmar learns a little bit more. Sabi niya, sige, nasasabayan mo ko sa Eric. Konting bangga muna. And that gave him enough space. And now Pingris already picking up his third foul. That's big news para dito sa San Mig Coffee.
Laking dagot nga yan para dito kina Coach Tim Cohn. Aside from the numbers, hindi nga matatawaran yung energy, leadership, and inspiration na binibigay ni Ping dito sa San Mig Coffee. Ping now looking to get some of those back. Gets it to Blakely.
Good read there on the part of Marcus Blakely and the guys on the weak side. Be able to just curl to there and then get that easy layup.
Kamagnot down the lane. The finger roll doesn't work. Millsap keeps it alive. Fresh shot clock para dito sa Petron. Millsap against Devance. Looking to break his ankles. He kicks it over. They swing it out. Lutz against Yap. Looking for Fajardo. Junmar uses his muscle. Blocked by Blakely.
Junmar Fajardo has a number of times nasasabayan siya ni Ping. Does enough to get Ping away from him. Problema, may help. Meron pang Marcus Blakely.
Timeout muna. Ni-request dito nila Coach Gia Vanilla. Petron up by 2, 33-31. Inyong mga kamag-anak na abangan ang marasyon na labanan ng PBA pati na rin ng UFL sa Action TV International. Basketball at its finest being displayed here, Jason, para sa ating PBA Sabado nights. Both squads going toe-to-toe so far. Shot clock winding down. Petron on the move. Millsap. Nandun si Junmar. Junmar doon, nakuyog lang doon ang depensa ng Mixers.
Right now, the defense of the Mixers really making Junmar think about kung ano yung gagawin niya. Dati hindi niya binababalong bola. Ngayon, lagi niyang binababa to power up.
Nice bullet pass coming from Blakely. Joe Devance gets his 4th point of the contest. Tabla na naman tayo sa ika-4 na pagkakataon. Kamagnot loses his dribble. Gets it out to Millsap. He attacks the baseline. Sprinting away. James with the board. Malyari surveys the floor. Ando doon na ang depensa ng Petron. Maliksi goes behind his back. Clobbered by Fajardo. Pero pati braso kasama. Naghahanap si Junmar ng bubutat.
Medyo kapawi lang.
Oo, kahit sino dyan, makita mo lang yung bola eh, no? Tuloy, napulot na. Personal foul, kaya papalitan si Jenny Gray. Maliksi makes both. Abante na naman ang dalawa ang San Mig Coffee. Kamagnot jumps it out. Arwin from the elbow. In and out.
Outside shot of Arwin not working today.
Maliksi nauna na. Hop step. And a teardrop. Iubra. Kramer slaps it over papunta kay Santos. Last hitter to Kamagnot. He unleashes one. Bang!
That's a confident-filled shot right there because that is transition. Tapos nakita natin, wala pa masyadong tao sa ilalim, but Alex really shooting that and stroking that with a lot of confidence.
Blakely wanting to create that space against Santos. Goes cross-court to Malyari. Devance at the post. Gustong sukatin natin si Kramer. Trying that spin away. Personal foul whistled on Douglas.
Personal foul, number 44, Gabriel. In second, 13 foul for the Sixers. 2 free throws, Joe Devance.
Devons now with a total of 5 points. Has been quiet somewhat here in the Governor's Cup. His tournament high has only been 9 points, Jason. He's only averaging 6 per contest.
Yes, and he is one of those guys that if San Miguel Coffee wants to go really extensively far, like all the way to the finals, he has to find this game to what it was about more than a year ago. Kung saan, importanteng kag siya to make or to extend that floor from that 4th position.
Arwin kept it alive, pero Kramer couldn't deliver. Ito na si Malyari sa kabilang dulo. Runs all over Elijah Millsap. That's going to be a blocking foul on the Petron import.
Drawing foul number 1 on Elijah Millsap. This is personal. 4th team foul for the Petron Blaze Losers.
Maliksi maglalabas mula sa kaliwa. Gets Serato Malyari. Wala na po 5 minuto natitira sa ating second quarter. Devons may tangan ng bola. Bounces it to James. Yap overshoots. Millsap looking to control the flow. Millsap wanting to go coast to coast. Forced to give it up. Here's Arwin Santos. Couldn't get the bounce. James on the run over to Devons. Looking for the reverse. Nabibilang yung tira na yun. Millsap on the breakout. Buta pa rin abot niya Blakely. And James Yap recovers that leather.
That's just basketball sense on the part of San Miguel Coffee to go get that basketball because no one was actually going for it.
San Miguel Coffee bench up on their feet celebrating the effort of the 5 on the floor. Lalong-lalo na mga pinagagawa nito ni Marcus Blakely.
Marcus Blakely, sukat na sukat. You can see from afar. Sinusukat niya na yung supalpal na yan. Goes for it, and not only does he get the block, they're able to get possession right after that.
Marcus Blakely showing us his muscle here. Kinaya niya yung finish move na sinubok ni Elijah Millsap. That is only going to be Blakely's first miss from that free throw line. Nagkadikit-dikit na nga lang. Tabla tayo sa 36. Wala nang 4 na minuto natitira sa first half. Millsap babaw is switching hands.
Yung binabanggit natin, yung mga imports na dito. Such quality imports and the way that they can create shots for themselves. Alex was actually wide open.
Sobrang alang yung pasa dito. Papunta sana kay Santos. A little too unselfish sa kabila para dito kay Alex Malyari.
You can see this play right here. You can be selfish if you're this good. Yan, ang ganda ng galaw.
Nilipat pa sa kaliwang kamay. Devons kontra Kramer. Devons with a flip shot. Kramer clears.
We mentioned
Blakely ties up Doug Kramer.
You know, we mentioned Devons kanina. Yung tira niya kaninang flip shot na yan. Those are one of the shots that was very important in those years in which he actually even challenged for best player of the conference honors.
So take a look at that sequence. Kala ni Kramer, kanya na talaga yung rebound. Blakely not giving up, forcing the jump ball. Timeout muna.
So many things for him on both ends of the court, but what's important with this Petron team is you get an import that has an amount of leadership and will get the respect of his teammates. And so far, it seems that Elijah's gotten that.
Petron wins that tap, but couldn't control that leather. Malyari, this time he takes it. Blakely is there for the throwdown.
And there must be a ton of teams out there that are just going, sana import na lang namin si Blakely. Because his energy is so infectious. At saka yung energy niya on both ends of the court eh.
Tabla na naman ang ating labanan. Tabagnot through a Kramer pick. Tabagnot pushes him out. He launches along two. Alex in and out. Kramer keeps it alive, pero Santos couldn't handle it. Taken away now by Joe Devons. Yap on the move. The one-hander. Bounces out. Blakely was actually waiting for the alley-oop. Lassiter unleashes.
Finally gets himself an open look. Marshall Lassiter's one of those guys that it's just a pure dead shot from three-point range.
Sabado night's basketball at its best here inside the MOA Arena. Napapanood live over IBC 13. Take another look at that Blakely jam. Any angle mo tignan, ano? Grabe lang talaga. Kanya po napakita.
Halfway through a triple-double, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 blocks. Really, yung si Blakely, stat filler talaga siya. Pero you still gotta credit at a little bit itong Petron because 5 rebounds for Marcus Blakely at this point, hindi yan karamihan. Kadalasan, nasa G's na yan ngayon.
Oo, 21 nga average na ito, 20.7 to be exact. Malyari from behind. Millsap, narinig na dumadaguntong siyang parating. Wala na pong 2 minuto natitira sa ating first half. Lassiter hit a 3 earlier. Now he's in traffic, trying that fancy pass papunta kay Kramer. Even Kramer wasn't expecting that leather. Sandig Coffee shooting to reclaim the lead here. Millsap extending his defense kontra dito kay Blakely. Blakely, bibigay kay Rivas, taken away by Millsap. It's a 2-on-1. Millsap and Cabagnot. Malyari will hold him down. Just did not want to give up the 2 points.
It's a good foul. It's a foul that you don't really hurt your opponent, but at the same time, it's a foul that doesn't give him a 3-point play opportunity.
Elijah Millsap takes care of the first. 1:23 natitira sa ating second quarter. For 2 to make it a 3-point lead para sa Petron. James contra Lutz. Goes to his left, tied up by Lassiter. Here's a 3 from Maliksi. Delivers from
Maliksi having his best game as a Sandvik Coffee mixer, already with 9 points today.
Lassiter gets rid of James, pulls the trigger. Couldn't get it to drop. Kramer against 2. Last touch on Doug.
Feels like a semi-final game.
Sabi nga eh. First up pa lamang tayo dito sa loob ng MOA Arena. Another one of those nights as Blakely is just scoring at will right now, Jason.
13 points para kay Marcus Blakely.
Alex for 3. But doesn't throw. Nagmadali ang Sanvik.
Lots of time right now if you're Petron. But you gotta be able to realize that Sandvik has a foul to give. Give it up now.
Lassiter to Millsap. Naubusan ng oras etong Petron. What a first half we have just witnessed here. And it doesn't get any closer than this. Sanvik underway. Millsap immediately launches a 3. Santos couldn't keep it alive. Kasama nila si Natubid, Cabagnot, and Fajardo. Para naman sa Sandvik Coffee, we see etong si Malyari, Pingris, Blakely, Devance, and James Yap. Malyari off balance, no go. Fajardo with the rebound, gets it out to Cabagnot. Bad pass though. Blakely sidesteps over Cabagnot. Wala nang nagawa, pati si Fajardo.
Can't turn the ball over, especially in that area. Alex Cabagnot apologizing to his teammate.
Tubit may tanga ng bola. Haven't really said his name too much tonight. Itong si Ronald Tubid.
After he started, I believe he did not have a chance to get back into the game.
Millsap with 2 to shoot. Taking it to the rack. No. Blakely. Rebound. Siya na rin magtatawid. Tubid on him. He goes over to James Yap. James had 8 points in that first half. Is fouled by Cabagnot.
Also have the second person foul for the Blaze Sixers.
Malyari Metanan. Once upon a time, ito si Malyari, part of this Petron team. Gets it over to Blakely. How do you stop that, Jason?
Ang lakas ng katawan, tapos at the same time, can jump off, mataas pa siya tumalon.
Tsaka pwedeng 2 legs, pwedeng 1 leg, ganun pa rin yung elevation niya. As Millsap loses his balance. Pingris looking for a guard. They get it over to Blakely. James underneath, huli pa rin. Either Santos or Tubid, they got the job done. Millsap left alone. Couldn't send it home.
Actually, Petron very lucky because they've actually been a bit slow, a step slow in their transition.
Napansin din natin, during the break, etong San Mig Coffee came out mga 1 minute na lang. Bago tayo magsimula ng ating third quarter, mahaba-haba ang kanilang napagkwentuhan. As James loses his footing, Tubig, dumihingi pa to ng technical foul. Si James Yap lost that ball in the direction of the referee. Fajardo underneath. Big patience ang problema. He overshoots. Naiilang na, Jason.
Yes, naiilang na siya dito kay Marcus Blakely. Good attack on the part of San Mig Coffee. Petron, again, we just mentioned it earlier. Their transition defense, a step slow, and San Mig Coffee is taking advantage.
That's a 6-0 run to open the second half para dito sa San Mig Coffee. Fajardo to Santos. Arwin gathers himself. 6 seconds to shoot para sa Petron. Cabagnot kicks it over. Millsap for 3. No. Santos picks it up. Turning garbage into goal.
Very important 2 points there para sa Petron because like you mentioned, it's already a pretty extended run para dito sa San Mig Coffee. Petron needed those 2 points.
Took them over 2 minutes here in the third para makabutas. That brings them to within 5 points. Devons hesitates. James couldn't get rid of Tubid. Offensive foul whistled on Yap.
I doubt if that's going to be offensive. Surely, Ronald Tubid with a bit of hand checking there.
Extended arm pala. Hindi pala. Akala ko pasuntok yung referee. James on the catch. Lassiter bagong pasok. Gugulatin sana. Lassiter picks up the rebound.
You see Coach G looking for some more energy from his players. That's why he makes this early change.
Marshall Lassiter makes it back-to-back hits para dito sa Petron. Almost 4 minutes having gone by.
Instant gratification there. Instant result from that change of Coach G.
Yap step back long 2. Santos for the board. Cabagnot surveys, gets it over to Millsap. Elijah on the run, stopped on his tracks by Blakely. Here's Arvin with a floater. That's a 6-0 run para sa Petron. May kasama pang foul.
But just when you thought that itong San Mig Coffee has taken full advantage or taken the reins dito sa third quarter, mabilis na bawi mula dito sa Petron. Like you mentioned, 6-0 run and that 7-point lead, that proud 7-point lead on the part of San Mig Coffee, which was their biggest. And naubos na.
Tabla na. After that completion, ganun din kalihal etong Petron. They can score. They can put together some points in a jiffy. Malyari na naman! Second time this quarter, he's beaten Cabagnot off that dribble. Ang naman dalawa dito, ang Mixers. Cabagnot to Millsap. Lassiter waiting for it. Looking for Fajardo underneath. Wanted to throw it down. It's not been Junmar's kind of night. James for three. In and out. Pingris is there. He will reset this attack. Alex Malyari has overtaken Baroka at that starting point guard slot dito sa San Miguel Coffee.
He's done a good job.
James misses. Fajardo gets it over to Cabagnot. Alex to Millsap. But this time, pati daw braso kasama.
Very hard to say na may kasama braso, but definitely what's gonna ang makikita natin dito yung katawan ng dalawa magkakabanggaan sa ere.
2 shots, eligible set.
So you get into that area, that shaded area, and if Marcus Blakely happens to be in the same area code, hahabulin at hahabulin yung bola.
Gugulat ka nga. Unang personal foul pa lang yan para dito kay Marcus Blakely, as aggressive as he's been.
Goes for the blocks, goes for the steals as well, but does a good job of keeping away from fouls. And as a whole, San Miguel Coffee, a team that does a good job of keeping away from fouls.
Millsap splits. Cuts this deficit to 1. Pingris waiting for the movement. Simon, ipinasok na ulit ni Coach Tim Cone para kay James Yap. PJ against Lassiter. 3 to shoot. They gotta go to the bailout. Malyari couldn't get it. Millsap has Lassiter on his left. Cabagnot on his right. Decides to take it to the rack. And will through to the line for 2 shots.
And now, number 15, Mark Pingris, his 4th personal, 3rd team foul.
Huge development para dito sa San Miguel Coffee. Mark Pingris not happy with that call.
Okay, sa tuloy si Coach Tim, ibalik muna si Alain Maliksi para dito kay Ping. Millsap splits again. He was 7 for 7 before missing 2 of his last 3. Blakely kontra Millsap. Devance. Kinakaya ng buo yung pwesto na ito ni Junmar. Blakely is fouled. Si Devance was throwing his weight around. Ang layo nung nausog ni Junmar Fajardo. As this time out is requested by Coach Gia Bonilla. Ating pinapaalala to witness hard-hitting MMA action sa PXC 39. Haharapin ni Mark Mugen-Striegel si The Beast Yang Yong Kim para sa featherweight title. September 14 po yan, alas 8 ng gabi sa Inaris Sports Arena, Pasig City. Buy your tickets now. Mapapanood din sa Action TV sa September 15, alas 9 ng gabi. With only 5:55 remaining in the third, tabla tayo sa 55 to 55. Ikaw ba? Ano pa bang 5 na pwede dyan? Blakely has now missed his last 4 attempts from the free throw line, Jason. That after making his first 3.
Speaking of 5, Alex Cabagnot, number 5, bringing down the basketball.
That's Millsap.
He's missed a lot here in the third quarter, speaking of Elijah Millsap.
Ito, jump ball ba ang tinawag dito dahil hindi masigurado kung sino ba nakatapik noon. This time, Petron controls the tap. Cabagnot, handoff to Millsap. Gets it to the corner. Lutz doesn't want to pull the trigger. Looking to take it strong. Parang nawala na ng kumpiyansa si Lutz.
Doon sa 3-point shot niya, that long shot of his. It's not a quick trigger anymore. It's actually, nakita mo, almost second guessing.
DJ finding the crack in the defense. He's got 6 points. Lutz jumps it out to nobody. PJ on the 2-on-1, make that 2-on-2. Alain up, and overshoots. Blakely cleans it up.
Just like that. Ito, again, San Mig Coffee able to get on transition, get those 2 points, get their points on transition.
Millsap once again, sidesteps to the left hand. That snaps him out of his own shooting slump. 20 points in total para kay Elijah. Devon, step back jumper. In and out, Millsap for the rebound, looking to push it hard. Millsap against Blakely, gets it to the left side. Lassiter, out to Millsap for a 3. Overshoots. Malyari now, una si Blakely. Malyari. Behind the back to Blakely. Ang problema, offensive foul.
I had the right idea right there, and is actually able to get away with this one. Nice fancy pass, but nabutan lang eh.
Less than 4 minutes now remaining in quarter number 3. Lassiter may tangan, gets it to Kabagnot. Nakita si Lutz. Hesitates once again. Chris is in trouble. Bailed out by Sandvik with a foul. Maliksi getting the raw end of that. Siya na foul. Siya pa tinamaan sa usok. As Lassiter curls, fades away. No. Blakely na naman para sa board. 10 pa lang yan para dito kay Marcus. Somewhat slowed down rebounding-wise. Third personal whistled on Doug.
Nakatuwa rin yung kay Blakely, no? Pag 10 rebounds siya with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. But mabagal pa rin yun. Dahil we're just so used to him dominating the glass as Peter Simon actually coming into this game with a nice stroke to his mid-range shot.
Kabagnot gets it to Millsap. Iniwan kay Kramer. Sobra yung tira. PJ all the way. Just like that, San Mig Coffee has stretched their lead back up to 6. Daan ang 3 minuto na dito sa third. Millsap trying to do too much. Blakely, watch out! And this now is the largest lead of the contest. 8 puntos para sa San Mig Coffee. 30-second timeout requested here by Petron.
The thing with this San Mig Coffee squad, because they're such a good defensive squad, they've always been good defensively, but they usually couldn't turn defense to offense very quickly. Now with guards like Marcus Blakely and having the guards be able to run as well, nakikita natin, they really are able to put their transition game, their offense quickly into gear when they play good defense.
That 30-second timeout brings us on. Devons is in trouble. Requesting for a 30-second timeout of their own. 65-57. 2:32 remaining in the third. San Mig Coffee looking to stretch this lead to double digits as they hope to pick up their second win here in the Governor's Cup.
But you know what, this one, nakikita natin yung sinasabi ng game of runs, no? Kaya nakita natin in the start of this third quarter, San Mig Coffee came out strong, got a big lead, but then just like that, nakabawi rin ng Petron. Petron hoping to have a good kick here at the end of this quarter.
Silipin muna natin ang ating Rexona Power Rebound, brought to you by Rexona Men with 50% more long-lasting protection so you can do more. At yan na naman si Blakely ang nag-i-inspire dito sa San Mig Coffee as Mark Baroca is now part of the 5 para sa kanila. San Mig turns it over though. Lanete is with Lassiter, Lutz, Millsap, and Kramer. Haba pa naman ang kanilang shot clock. Lanete over to Lassiter. Down the lane. Puts it up and out. Millsap is right there. Buta pa inabot kay Maliksi.
2 minutes.
Millsap in traffic is fouled.
Having foul number 22, Maliksi. Fourth, 15 foul.
Maliksi not really known for his defense, but this time around, just timing that ball real well.
Substitution, Aaron Santos to Doug Kramer.
Santos back on the floor para dito kay Kramer. It's gonna be a short lineup para dito sa Petron. With Millsap probably playing the 4.
Well, if you look at the other side, you know, etong San Mig Coffee, that's what they're trying to get away with. And makikita natin dyan, pinakamalaki nila si Joe Devance nga. Siya pa nagbababa ng bola.
Hindi na point forward, point center na. Maliksi over to Devance.
And you know, Magoo also a chance for Petron to match up with the quickness of San Mig Coffee.
Baroka, his pass tapped by Santos. Nakanino na ang bola. Lutz dives for it. Gets it to Lassiter. Lanete on the run with a flip shot. Cuts this deficit to 5. Devance contra Santos. Maliksi offers the pick. They swing it over to Simon. Blakely pleading for it. PJ has 4 to work with. Lutz all over Simon. PJ puts it up. No, oy, nakahiga na, naka-rebound pa. Galing naman ni Millsap dun. Lutz to Millsap. Chico for 3.
I just mentioned it earlier. This has been a game of runs. Kanina, nakita natin San Mig Coffee already had a very proud 8-point lead. It was 65-57. And then after that timeout, it was the turn of the Petron Blaze Boosters to get something going for themselves.
At dito pa lang less than a minute remaining in the third quarter, nagkakaubusan ng 30-second timeout. Both coaches not wanting to give an inch here, Jason.
Because every game is important. You look at this game, this is already going to be the 5th game of Petron. And you're basically past halfway, and you need every victory to stay in that top 4 because they feel that's where they can be, or they're there right now. They don't want to give that up. Guys like Chico Lanete able to really give a good boost from that bench para dito sa Petron.
Devastating blows coming from the Blaze Boosters bench. San Mig Coffee looking to recover. Up by 2 points. Blakely contra Millsap. Taken away by Millsap. Elijah with a throwdown. Tatlo na ang ating labanan.
That 3 steals he had in the first half, it's no fluke. Dahil kita mo talagang marunong talaga siyang tumiming ng sundot.
Blakely muscles his way through. Rebound battle lalabas in favor of San Mig Coffee. Both squads leaving all they have on the floor of the arena right now. PJ catch and shoot. No go. Nasundutan sa mata. Ito si Millsap. And that is going to be foul number 2 para dito kay Blakely. Both squads have 4 days to prepare for their next assignments, Jason. Parehong sa September 4 ang kanilang mga laro. San Mig takes on Global Port. Samantalang itong Petron takes on Barako Bull.
And that matchup, Barako and Petron, they're actually at the top of the standings at this point. He's had his troubles from the free throw line as well, speaking of Elijah Millsap. Bit more steady than what he's shown here in the third quarter.
Malyari at saka si Lanete nagkabuhol pa dun. As Petron has taken a 1-point lead. Blakely having trouble with Millsap. Malyari looking to set this one up. Malyari foul. Oh, offensive foul pa pinito dito kay Blakely. Dahil binura niya dun. Etong si Chico.
Offensive foul number 23, Marcus Levy is third.
A couple of fouls on the part of Petron, or rather on the part of San Mig Coffee. It really opened things up para dito sa Petron.
Millsap loses it. Simon looking for Malyari for the Hail Mary. Would have counted if it went. Pero that'll do it for the first 36 minutes of action. Petron magbabaon ng 1 puntong kalamangan. Nothing run to take a 1-point lead.
Sila pa yung nakakuha ng kalamangan. But credit also itong Petron, because when they were down by the 8 points, nakita natin dito, hindi sila nag-give up. They actually made their changes, and then they got a group, a unit that was really that was able to turn things around.
Pero ito si Alex Malyari opening this fourth quarter with a turnover. Kaya si Baroka waiting na sa scorer's table. Lanete for another 3. Couldn't get this one. Pingris with 4 personal fouls back on the floor. Has that rebound slapped away. So Baroka will be joining Pingris, Maliksi, Simon, and Blakely. Katapat etong sina Millsap, Santos, Lutz, Lassiter, and Lanete. Simon looking for Blakely. Medyo traffic to sa kanyang pwesto. Blakely's in trouble to shoot. Marcus puts it up, overshoots. Lanete for the rebound, gets it out to Millsap on the run. Millsap all the way, no. Pingris para sa rebound.
That's a shot that he'd like to get back because he just overcooked it. Wala nang nakasabay sa kanya sa ere.
Pingris hand off to Baroka. Now they get it over to Maliksi. Back to the basketball kontra Lassiter. Nakapagpasabit ng foul.
And the foul number 13, short serve is second, first team foul by Petron Blazers.
Maliksi now in double digits with 10 points. Tying his tournament high para sa San Mig. And now he's got his tournament best performance. Pero in 10 points siya na nakaraan sa tambakan pa yun, ano?
Well, you can see that this one, he's really within the flow of things. And he was able to get those 9 out of his 11 points in the meat of the game, which was in the second quarter.
Lutz over to Lassiter. Out to Santos from the perimeter.
He's not had it all game para dito kay Arwin Santos. Really struggling from the field.
Arwin's been stuck on 7 points. Pingris at the post kontra kay Santos. It's been a matchup years already here in the PBA. Still very entertaining to watch. Pingris will troop to the line for 2 shots.
And the foul number 29, Arvin Santos is third, second team foul for the Blazers. Two free throws, Mark Pingris.
They're actually teammates in Air 21 for a while.
And nung San Miguel, or Petron na ba yun? Nung si Pingris nagpunta dito? Yung huling championship, no? 2009. Pingris misses the first as we take a look at this Photon Strong Drive. Brought to you by Photon. Empower your business. Ron Tubid getting some run here. Papahingayin muna ito si Lassiter. At bumalik din si Junmar Fajardo para naman kay Santos. Ping makes it a 2-point lead para sa San Mig. Millsap on the move. Jumps it out. Lanete couldn't pull the trigger. Lanete off balance. Still got it up.
Just excellent box out the part of Mark Pingris to keep Junmar Fajardo away from the paint.
Maliksi for a deep one. Long two doesn't work. Ping keeps it alive. And Baroka will reset this attack.
He gets the defensive rebound on one end to get the offense going. Siya pa nakakuha ng offensive rebound sa kabila.
Tubid with a hand on it. Lutz sa kabilang dulo. Throwing it down in the face of Mark Baroka. All the frustration of Chris Lutz all tournament long, inilabas niya doon, Jason.
He did something that you actually didn't expect na gagawin niya, but when he went off 2 legs and he saw Mark Baroka was there, Pagkakataon na.
You gotta see that again, James. Ayun na, no? Tubid with a swipe. Millsap over to Lutz. Ayun na nga, pagkita niya ng yung two-legged take-off niya, wala na. Lalamunin na niya ng buong buyo. Lutz now with a total of 8 points. Tabla ang ating labanan already. The 10th deadlock of this game.
Speaking of guys that have been quiet, Mark Barroca very quiet in today's game. Only with the 2 rebounds, actually does not even have an assist. Not even taking a shot yet. Araw na to.
Millsap ends up with a leather. Nice hustle by Junmar. By Blakely. But Millsap somehow ended up with it. Over, cooks it.
How many times have we seen? Actually, and we've seen it from both teams. Pagkatapos ng rebound, they don't give up on the play. And they actually get an extra possession because they don't give up. And they try to put their hand in dun sa rebounder.
Baliksi. Trying to get rid of the sticky defense of Tubid. Pingris keeps it on this side of the floor. Pingris na nakaw. Blakely na payungan. Foul on Tubid. Si Millsap pa, napituan doon.
Interesting.
Ito na naman, ano? Ni Blakely. Kahit mga ginoo ko, medyo bastos rin naman siya.
You can see both imports. You can see yung strength sila. Kanina, nakita natin Marcus Blakely with the block, and then that basket of Junmar Fajardo actually came from a steal of Elijah Millsap.
Blakely, though, continues to struggle from that 15-foot line.
At 5 straight. 5 straight misses.
That's 6. Fajardo clears it. Lanete gets it across, papunta doon kay Millsap. One-on-one kontra Blakely. Millsap goes up. Oh, the pass for 2.
Ron Stern right now, you can the momentum of this game has just switched so quickly, but so far dito sa puntong ito, you can see momentum solely ticking to the side of Petron.
Ang haba na itong run na to bridge the 3rd and 4th quarters. It was 65-57 nung naitayo na San Miguel, yung largest lead nila. Tatatlong puntos na lang nadagdagan nila from that point.
65-57 would mean that it's actually a 15-3 run.
Blakely looking to break their silence. Has now missed 7 consecutive free throws. You can see it, merong young San Mig fan dito sa tabi natin, Jason. Nasasaktan sa kada mintis ni Marcus Blakely. (72-68). Petron looking to add to this 4-point lead. Wala nang 8 minuto na titira sa ating PBA Sabado nights. Tubid launches it. No. Rebound, James Yap. Malyari now back on the floor with him. Malyari picked up his dribble, gets it out to Yap. Ping, looking for James. He pulls up for a 3.
Three-point shot right there of James Yap. Kailangan na kailangan ng San Mig Coffee. We did mention that it's actually a long run already para dito sa Petron. They finally get their points in.
11 points in the contest para kay Yap. Millsap asking for that pick. Fajardo provides it. Millsap goes to the corner. Lutz against Yap. Goes out. Tobin for 3. Punches it through! Kung kaninang first half, walang mahugot si Coach G dito kay Tubid. Ngayon, pagbalik niya sa 4th quarter, pinapakita na niya.
Finally getting his first point. Speaking of Ronald Tubid after getting first points in the second half.
Yap contra Lutz. Pulls up for another one. Chris Lutz confused. Deer in headlights si Chris Lutz sa pull-up na yun.
He got pushed in the back, that's what he's saying. But the three-point shot right now, palitan kung ano yung gagawin ng kabila ng Sunmig Coffee. Yan naman ang sagot ng Petron.
Less than 6.5 remaining on this Saturday night. Malyari to Yap. Tubid now on him. Yap offered the pick by Blakely, taken away now by Lutz. Here we go again. But this time around, Maliksi chases him down, making sure wala ng spectacular play.
Three-point shooting on both ends. James Yap, this was his first three-pointer.
VIP row, Commissioner Attorney Chito Salud together with Boss Willie Marshall and the rest of this PBA Sabado Nights crowd inside the arena. Chris Lutz goes 2 for 2 to stretch this Petron lead up to 6 points.
And he's actually the first player on that Petron side outside of Elijah Millsap to get into double digits. Ganun ka spread out yung tulungan, yung ambagan ng Petron in terms of scoring in today's game.
Ano naman si Tubid, inaasawa. Ito si James Yap, ni ayaw patanggapin ng bola. Blakely has 4 to work with. Blakely kicks it out. James has got to put it up. Offensive foul whistle on big game.
With matching push-ups pa. Galing kay Ronald Tubid pagkatapos. See right here. Be a pretty tough call right there with matching push-ups.
Tubid, konti pa lang playing time ko eh. Dami pang energy ipapakita. Millsap crossover. Loses his footing. Pero kaya naman pala, natuhod siya.
Foul number 23, Marcus Blakely. The score, 17 foul on 14 seconds on shot clock.
Big news there. That's actually Marcus Blakely's 4th personal foul. Kanina nabanggit natin, ang layo niya sa foul trouble, tapos bigla-bigla na lang. Ngayon, 4 na.
Pareho na sila ni Pingris na tig-4 dito. Malyari on the run, jumps it over to Blakely in traffic, taken away by Fajardo. Nakatawi rin si Junmar, kabagnot sa mesa, bumakarn! Isa Kuragi sa kabilang dulo. What a ball game, Jason. Sabi mo nga, kung anong bibigay sa kabila, yun din ang sukli ng kalaban.
Welcome to the Gilas experience. First off, Marcus Blakely, you think you got 2 points? Welcome to the Gilas experience. Courtesy of Junmar Fajardo. Switch it over to the other side. Kabilang import naman. Kabilang taga-Gilas naman.
Natabla na ng Petron yung largest lead of the ballgame na naitatag ng Sunmig Coffee kanina with a quick hit from Junmar Fajardo. At sa pagtawid ng Sunmig, napunta na naman dito sa Petron ng rebound. Less than 5 minutes remaining here inside the arena. Lutz on the move, gets it to the corner. Tubid lost his dribble, out to Kabagnot with 6 to work with. Kabagnot kontra Malyari, goes glass. No, shot clock reset. Tubid will reset the attack.
It's a good play because it touched the ring at tapos kailan tinapik ni Marcus Blakely.
Petron looking to stand alone on top of the team standings. They pick up their 4th consecutive win. Millsap looking to ensure that. Pero Sunmig Coffee wanting to climb to the middle of the pack. Looking for their 2nd win in a row. Pingris off the spin. Everything but the shot. Tubid ends up with the rebound. Less than 4 minutes na titira. Kabagnot setting things up. Kabagnot in traffic, out to Tubid, 4 to shoot. Tubid puts it up, and in!
Making a difference is Ronald Tubid. Remember kanina, when he started, hindi na siya bumalik nung first half. He started again the second half, but now he finds time to come back here, and he has contributed.
Ping to Blakely, 8 to shoot. Simon on the move. Kicks it out all the way to Malyari. Half-court shot.
In any shape or form, right there, Sunmig Coffee needed the basket. Alex Malyari able to give them a bailout shot.
So some semblance of hope here as Sunmig is now within 7 points. Fajardo against Pingris. Gilas kontra Gilas, pull-up jumper. Fajardo couldn't deliver. Ping gets it to Malyari on the run. Malyari looking to take it strong. Down to Blakely for the throwdown.
Good 5-0 run. You know, sometimes you have to mix in luck with effort and skill. They got lucky with that shot of Alex Malyari with the shot clock winding down, and then next, dinikit naman ni Alex yung skill at saka yung nakikita natin basketball sense of putting things together.
Cabagnot has 6 on their clock. Millsap has to put one up. Millsap attacking, floating, gets the teardrop!
That's huge. That is a huge basket. Ang daming naubos na oras. Pagkatapos nun, they're still able to give themselves 2 points.
31 points in the game para dito kay Millsap. Petron up by 7 points. Malyari to Ping. Boto tayo nabog kay Fajardo. Kung nung first half, minama nila ito si Junmar. Itong rookie bumabawi dito sa dulo.
I guess that maturity process, napakabilis para kay Junmar Fajardo. Such a different player from that first half to the second half.
Junmar kontra Ping. Kicks it out. Alex for 3. No, Lutz from out of nowhere para sa offensive rebound. And Petron is starting to look good inside the MOA Arena.
Lots of big energy plays para dito sa Petron.
Timeout requested here. 86-79. Etong Petron Place might just be 79 seconds away from their 4th win in a row. Pero ito San Mig Coffee still looking for that key stop. Patulad na lang ng pinakita dito ni Junmar Fajardo. Prestone defensive stop of the game yan. Brought to you by Prestone Brake Fluid for superior braking action and safety. Sigurado, nasa mabuti kang kamay.
Here, Coach Tim Cohn right now, what you're saying is we make a stop here. If you're able to make a stop here and score quickly on the other side, it's a ball game. But what's important is with those 14 seconds left on the clock, para dito sa San Mig Coffee to have any chance here, they've got to make a stop dito sa offensive set ng Petron na ito.
Petron will have Tubid, Cabagnot, Fajardo, Millsap, and Lutz as their 5. Binabantayan ni na Malyari, Pingris, Yap, Blakely, and Simon. Millsap shifting directions, gets it to the corner. Tubid for 3. No, Chris Lutz once again.
Yes, they make the stop, but then unable to get that rebound.
And
That was the key. Chris Lutz, that's twice from nowhere. No one putting a body on him, and Chris Lutz, ang ginamit nilang doon is effort.
And wala pa sa penalty. Head to San Mig Coffee. It'll only be the first foul in the last 2 minutes. James Schaap giving it up.
That's 2 rebounds. That's why you can see that PJ Simon goes to the bench because he did not box out his guy.
And now Petron is just wasting away the time, looking to shut the window on San Mig Coffee. Tubid for 3. Just like that, Petron is up by 10 points with 48.8 seconds to go. San Mig is going to have to hope against hope here, Jason.
That's going to be very difficult. We talked about them having to make a stop. They did make a stop, gave Petron another opportunity, and Petron made good use of that extra opportunity.
As we take a look at the team standings as of the moment, Petron, gusto nilang ipagpag yung barako, gusto nilang masolo yung ibabaw dito. San Mig Coffee naman gustong umiwas na mapalapit palalo dito sa dulo. Pero as it stands, if they cannot pull off the miracle, they will hold on to now solo 9th in the next 48.8 seconds of basketball.
It's going to be, the thing there is once you're there in that bottom section, your targets change. Ibig sabihin, nagsisimula ang season, ang target mo to be at the top 4. When you're there somewhere in the middle, all of a sudden, your expectations, you try to manage it na importante lang, wag ma-out. Pagkatapos nun, makakuha ng hindi masyadong mainit na kalaban doon sa quarterfinals. But of course, still an opportunity to make it to that top 4. But yung chance na yun, panipis ng panipis.
San Miguel's next game is going to be on Wednesday against Global Porta, September 4, tapos Ginebra sa September 8, and then Alaska sa September 10. Ang Petron naman has Barako on September 4, Tokentex on the 7th, and Alaska on the 13th. San Miguel's got to go quick. They are down by 4 possessions here. Blakely goes class, gets the basket, and will through to the line for a bonus.
He makes this still a ball game here. Or with 20.9, lead will go down to 7. Problem is, when you look at this Petron side, there's not really one guy that you can think, oh, foulin ko to para makahabol tayo, because most of them very good free throw shooters.
Blakely has continued to struggle from that line. Pingris though makes it a 4-point possession.
Napaganda pa.
So 2-possession lead lang ang Petron. They're in trouble in the backcourt. Cabagnot over the Lutz. And Petron will waste away the time.
Now what do? With 13, you don't foul anymore.
Oh, paubos na yung shot clock dito. 7 to work with. Lutz to Cabagnot. 4 to shoot. Alex needs to put one up. Couldn't get the killer blow. San Miguel's gotta hurry. Maligsi on the move. Maligsi puts it up. No. And that should do it. Petron will pick up their 4th win in a row. Tutungtong sila sa ibabaw ng team standings. Solo na dito sa Governor's Cup.
You know, you look at the way that Petron played this game. It is, you know, of course, Elijah Millsap was huge. Pero yung tulong-tulong ng mga locals nila,